So which of his stuff is non-copyright? That's my question. Okay. So they have the album here. I'm trying to like find I'm gonna play some decent non-copyright stuff. And yeah. It's not easy to find. Okay, send it right. The Arcadia. Okay. Yeah, I know. Okay, so time ups and music are all fine. I have him. Hold on. But which one of his stuff is copyright and which one isn't? That's like my question. How do I know? Alright, fuck it. We're just gonna play it from here. Play. I don't know, man. Can I just like make a playlist? Maybe I should just do that. Everyone knows. Oh, hi. Hello. Oh my god. I'm actually so honored that you guys were waiting for that. Let me tweet it out. Actually, no, I'm gonna tweet it out in a minute because I'm still setting it up here. I'm gonna. Yeah, right. He does mostly non-copyright stuff. But I know for a fact some of his stuff is copyrighted. So I can probably just like make my own playlist, right? Because I think I know which of his stuff is. Oh no, not to library. What is this? Fuck. Oh right. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna create my own. That's what I'm gonna do. And I can actually use the Arcadium there because it tells me which of his stuff is covered and which one isn't. Can I just search artist on here? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I want to start like the stream a bit earlier, like before I actually start painting my nails anyway, because I find a lot of time people like join in and they've missed it like at the end after I've been streaming for like an hour or something like that. So preload. That'll get epic. Preload. Okay. Hi, how you guys doing? Between watching the stream and shivers, but yours gets less. That is so sweet of you. I promise the whole stream isn't gonna just be me doing this. What does Shivert do on his streams? I never actually watched one of his streams. Right, because this song I know that this isn't non-copyright. I don't think it is anyway. It says there's a free download. That doesn't mean it's on copyright. Yeah, if you can, yeah. I don't know. He does VR chat. Okay, cool. Sorry, browsing with Sky. Yeah, that's what this is right now, pretty much. Oh, Lord. Okay. Alright, now we're gonna check the playlist. Okay. What am I missing on here? So we have Fly Away. You guys can probably hear my, like, the music from downstairs. One of my roommates is, like, learning how to DJ from, like, a friend right now. So, or like he will be soon. Epic Prelude, Elgie, and I missed one. Maybe, oh, Jackpot. Oh, Lord. Some of these songs actually I haven't heard yet. But I mean, it's the Fat Rat, right? Like, is Monody on there? No, it's not. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much all I hear as well. It's like the one thing I hate about living in this house. Like, everything else about living here is great. Like, my roommates are great. They're fantastic people. We all get along. Everyone's clean. Like, people don't leave their shit out. You know what I mean? But and stuff like that. But yeah, no, this is the one thing I hate, is that, like, on the weekends, like, they like, I'm not, like, a big partier, and they all like go out and they go drinking, they go to clubs and stuff like that, and I'm not into that at all. And, like, sometimes the music can be going until, like, fucking 2 o'clock in the morning. And there's nothing I can really do about it. Okay, here we go. Oh, all right, we have music now. Wonderful. Okay. Here we go. Useful to the people using them. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. I'm gonna tweet this out then. God, I hate when, like, YouTubers are such because I wanna. Whenever like I try to tweet directly from here, like from the little, oh, here's a little convenient button to let you tweet, right? Tweet out your live stream. They always, like, automatically add like the YouTube @ I don't know why I'd want to @ YouTube for this, but, like, how that helps me in any way. But yeah, I don't know. Alright, we're gonna start. I got the shitty makeup sponges from the dollar store this week because I'm gonna do gradients. I'm excited for that. I'm excited to attempt gradients. I mean, wait, hold on. Am I gonna do gradients? Fuck. I just realized, do a gradient, I probably need, like, a solid base coat kind of color. I can do that. I have a black in here. I think I'm actually just gonna do this for, like, the glitter, to, like, get better glitter coverage. Also, these are, like, the most satisfying things to touch. I could squeeze these all day. It feels great. Yeah, I may do, maybe I should do gradients. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, but we're gonna start off how I always start off, by removing, this, the old nail polish. I don't know why I started on the middle finger. As you can see, some of it already popped off. That's, again, only disadvantage using peel off base coat is that, you know, your manicure doesn't last that long. That was not a satisfying peel at all. Whatever, it's all good. I wanna talk with you. Oh, I realized, is my autoplay even on? Oh, I missed the first song. I'm an idiot. I hope my autoplay's on.
Endless possibilities, perfectly priced.
We'll shuffle the playlist, because why not? Okay. Here we go. Designed to do a red and black gradient with a white splash design. I'm over it. Nail porn. Yeah, dude. Simply nailogical, right? Corrupted me. I'm trying to imagine that. So, like, a red and black gradient with a white splash design. That is a good idea. I don't know if I can pull that off. I don't have... I'm thinking what I have there. Because, like, I have a bunch of solid colors back there, but they're, like, they're technically for nail art, and they're not the easiest to apply as just, like, a base color, because that's not what they're meant for. I am still gonna try a gradient. I don't know, we'll see. Fuck. God, this is not coming off like I want it to. Also because I'm using my fingernails to take it off, which is like not the best. Alright, here we go. I think it looks like it. Alright, yes, please show me. I don't know if it'll let you post links in the chat. You can try. I don't know. Yeah. If anything, like link it to the, like an Imgur. That should probably work. Dun, 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 dun. These are coming off way easier. Where the moon and water meet, somewhere close to harmony. When the world is sound asleep, something's gonna bring the change. Journeys we are meant to. My hair is a bit all over the place today because I sent a Dropbox. That may work, yeah. My hair's a bit all over the place today because I went to the gym a few hours ago to dance, and I haven't brushed my hair since I got back, so it's not the best right now. That's alright, but it's okay. Alright, so my peelies are off. Still have some polish left in little spots. We're gonna clear this, and I'm just gonna use some acetone. I really need to get some nail oil, because this base coat really dries out my nails. Because it's alcohol based. I will check in a moment. Hold on. Does it say like you're not allowed to post links? Yeah, I may have had that setting turned on. Like, I can check right now. Hold on. It's gonna clean up my nails.
The impossible happens all the time.
Wonder if I'll get copyright striked for a commercial. That's a thought, isn't it? Okay, these look good. Alright, that got a bit on my desk, but it's okay. It's alcohol, so it'll evaporate. Alright, yeah, let me see if I can change that. Stream options. You can get ad block for streaming. No, I know. And if you can tell up here, I actually do have ad block, but I have ad block whitelisted for YouTube because I want to give money. Like I don't feel like it's fair to deprive ad revenue to creators that I watch. Personally, I mean, it's annoying to deal with, but like especially like, you know, I feel like if I'm using non-copyrighted music on my stream, I feel like he at least deserves like the cents worth of ad revenue that he gets from me watching a 5-second ad, right? Okay, hold on. I'm trying to figure out. I don't know how the chat settings work in YouTube. Oh, advanced. Oh, here's the chat options. So I'm checking here. It's like it says automatically block spam on messages and capture kit. Okay. It doesn't look like there's an option for me to allow embedding. Maybe that's it. Embed your video in their sites. No, that's not it. Oh my god. that's actually what I have to checked on for the stream. Anyway, video stats, content declaration, allow comments. It doesn't look like there's a setting for me to change, at least not one that I can find now. I don't know how you would... Yeah, I'm sorry. If you use sponsors. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't find the way to turn that off, unfortunately. Sorry about that. Parts. I mean, yeah, but then it's gonna be hell for me to put it back together. Yeah, you can try that. I'm gonna start with the base game. It doesn't let you? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I mean, like, I know, I'm used to when I'm streaming in Twitch. I know there's an option for that in Twitch. Like, you can allow links or not. But I can't obviously find it in YouTube, unfortunately. Patience. Okay. It's that thumb. Done. Missed a little spot there. Yeah, I'm wondering if I could... Can you do a gradient if, like, you don't have, like, a solid color on the bottom? Like, can I just do, like a gradient with 2 of these polishes and then just do, like, a second coat of gradient? Is that a thing that I can do? I feel like it is. So it's just, like, I'm just adding... It's just, like, painting my nails normally, right? Like, it's still... You don't have a Twitter account? Yeah, so you also don't, you don't have to add me, you can just PM, you can just DM me. I have my DMs open. So these dry. It's really funny to zoom these in a bit more. I'm gonna have to change the bounty of my camera at some point during the stream. God damn it. That's my fault. Shitload of furries. I mean, like I mean, yeah, I guess that's fair. Like, I was gonna say, like, you could also just, like, not have people, oh shit, what's my, oh, where'd my train of thought go? Like I was gonna say, you could just, like, it depends on, like, how your Twitter's set up, right? Like, I don't post any furry stuff on my Facebook for the same reason, right? Because I don't want, because literally everyone who's on my Facebook is either, like, family or, like, non-furry friends from back home. And I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to have to, you know, explain things to them, things like that. But like, my Twitter is, like, it's just furry Twitter. Like, I only follow furries. Like, I don't have friends on Twitter. So yeah, it depends. Like, if you have friends on Twitter, right? Like, I mean, but that's the thing again, is, like, you can just make a Twitter that's, like, your persona handle. No one would ever know it was you, right? Like, I mean, if you already deleted your Twitter, right? Like, then then there's nobody following you. Like, just make a Twitter for furry stuff. I mean, there's even some people I know who have 2 Twitters, like, one like normal Twitter, like, one for, like, furry stuff. So you, like, do that too. Like, it's not that hard. And Twitter also makes it super easy for you to have multiple accounts, especially on your phone. Like, you can just like, with one press a button, like, switch accounts, like, in the app, which is pretty easy. It's also, like, a really good way to, like, know what's going on in the fandom is Twitter, because that's where everything goes down. Like nobody uses fucking Reddit or anything like furry Reddit isn't very active at all. It's basically just like people post, oh look at this piece of art that I thought was pretty, right? Like, but furry Twitter, you like that's where you hear about everything. Twitter and Telegram are essentials as furry. Hello, hi G-Shop. Oh yeah, that is an issue. I'm doing great. How are you? I see that. Yeah, yeah. If your first owner name is the same as like your production name, that would be an issue. So I was gonna say as well, like especially if you're doing music production, you're kind of missing an opportunity by not having that involved in the furry fandom, because furries are big on that stuff, man. Like, there's lots of furries who do music production, like DJing is big in the fandom. It's a big deal. So like I don't know, like that's the thing. I mean, I understand you're 17, right? And it's like you probably don't want to, you know, take a risk this young and all this stuff like that. But like I don't know, eventually you just kind of don't give a fuck. Like, you just stop caring at some point. Like, I mean, like, my parents know that I do this stuff, but they're, like, too old to understand what it is, you know what I mean? So I'm just like, oh, yeah, like I went to this, you know, convention, and like, oh, what like, they already know I'm a nerd, I'm into, like, geek culture stuff. And then it's like, oh, it's for people who, like art of anthropomorphic animals. And they're like, what? I don't get it. I'm like, all right, well, you know how, we like Star Trek, and, you know, like, people call themselves Trekkies, and they go to Star Trek conventions, like, yeah, of course. And I'm like, well, it's just like that. And then they're like, oh, okay. And then it makes sense to them, right? But, you know, they've also never heard of furries before, so they don't know anything about, like, the CSI episode or any of that kind of stuff. They especially don't know the CSI episode because we didn't watch CSI, Grant, because my dad was a real cop, and he fucking hated CSI because he always talked about how fucking fake it was. Now it's literally one of the worst representations of cops you can think of, like what cops do. So we were forbidden to watch that show. Tutorials and electronic music production. So until I move out. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you should probably wait for that milestone, right? Like, my nails are so curved, man. It's so hard to fucking clean that up. Hold on. Okay. And for those to dry. CSI episode. That's some sacred event. I mean, it kind of was, honestly. Like, that was the first time that the vast majority of people had ever heard of furries. Like, there's so many people that I talk to that they say, yeah, that's the first time I ever heard of furries. Like, I didn't know what furries were until the CSI episode. Like, it was a big, like, like, you don't understand, like, having something like that on CSI, which is a show that, like, that you can pretty honestly say, like, America watches when it, or like, you know, like whenever you can say that about a show, like, oh, England watches that show, or the North America watches that show, that means that like a massive proportion of the population like sits down at the same time every night to watch the newest episode of CSI. And it's a really, really, really big deal when a show like that like terribly represents a subculture, because then everyone starts to think that's what it's like, right? Because, you know, if that's the first time you've ever heard of furries, like, even some smart people may think, all right, well, then they're probably exaggerating them a bit, but they still have a negative view, you know what I mean? Like, it's fucked up, man. It was I mean, it was a big deal just because it was so damaging and it hurt us a lot. All right. So this goes on. So gradient. The way people talk about it cracks me up. I mean, yeah, I guess. Oh, right, no, I need some kind of base color. I just realized I do need some kind of base color to do a proper gradient. I could do a purple base. And then, fuck, it's actually hard to make this decision. Could I do a multi-chrome base and then put a glitter polishes on top? Okay, because like here, like this is the only solid color that I have that I feel comfortable using as a solid color. Yeah, I guess it's just the way people talk about it kind of is a bit funny. Like that's what I have as that. Hold on. Sorry. That's the only solid color I have, and then I have like all my glitter polishes. So I'm trying to think of like what would look good, because I can't put like I can't use one of these as a base if I'm then going to do a gradient. Oh, you know what I can do? I can do one of these silver ones as like the base color, and then like do like these two as a gradient over. That's what I'll do. There we go. I figured it out. Okay. So, I also have that other blue as color, but that's the Sally Hansen bitch. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Okay, this is gonna look a fucking bomb. Right, okay. So, which ones do you think I should use as the base? Like the more solid the better, right? I'm trying to figure this out. Oh god, I have to paint under this nail. Holy shit. Where's my... Oh, where'd I put that? Fuck! Oh, here it is. In fact, even, I was just thinking, if you watched the last video I did, the interview with Dr. Sharon Roberts, she said that was the first time she ever heard about furries. The first time she ever heard about furries was she watched the CSI episode. And she was intensely curious from that. But again, she's like a more educated woman, right? Who knows that things like that on TV are not reality. Most people aren't that smart. Good. Oh, yay, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Fuck, sorry, I'm still trying to pick which one. I think this one's probably better. It's a more solid color. It's like a white base. We'll do that. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do the same on both hands. I don't think I've opened this one yet. I'm glad you enjoyed the interview. I really am. Fuck, god damn it. Yeah, no, I definitely haven't opened this one yet. Fuck. Hold on. I don't want to fuck up my base coat. Jesus. Is it dry? Yeah. I got it. Okay. Alright, here we go. Let me bring this shot right for you guys. Okay. Alright, we do my thumb first. Oops. We always start with the thumb. I'm glad you enjoyed it. What was her like, for someone who's not a furry, she is the most detailed explanation of a persona I've ever heard in my entire life. Which I think is so funny. Alright, beautiful. A little bit on the skin there. We're gonna take that off. Do I need to do 2 coats of a base when I'm doing a gradient? I don't know. Why am I shaking? Most of you say that there's a positive way because more people start to like. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, you can look at it in that way. I think overall it did more harm than good, though. Like I think more kids like from the CSI episode or from hearing their parents talk about the CSI episode looked at what furries were and got involved with the fandom, but then you can also say that because those kids joined the fandom and because how they learned about it was their parents watched the CSI episode, they had to deal with more bullshit and more hatred from their parents because of that, right? Like, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like a, yeah. I don't know. I'm just glad that representation like that is kind of, it's going away slowly. We're getting better and better representations of groups like furries, and yeah. But it hasn't up. Oh, of course it hasn't up. Yeah, no, of course. Very, very rarely in any kind of history is anything universally negative. You probably can't point to any event in history at all that was ever had a entirely negative impact. Like, some good always comes out of terrible tragedies. Sorry, I shouldn't say that like the CSI episode was a terrible tragedy. It wasn't. It wasn't like I'm over exaggerating in that sense. But I'm just saying in general. Yeah, but like, yeah, and like there's positive effects of anything that happens, just like there's negative effects of everything. Yes, yeah, no, that there were, and I can say this as a Jew as well. That there are positive things that came out of the Holocaust. We would never in a million years be as far along in our understanding of the human brain if it weren't for the Nazis. The Nazis did horrible, awful experiments on their victims, on the Jews that they had, because there was a bunch of German scientists and neurologists who wanted to learn more about the brain and like what effect like things like acid have on the brain, what like and want to study the firing of neurons and things like that. And when you don't give a shit about a group of people, it's really easy to do whatever experiments you want on them, right? So while those are terrible, awful tragedies, there's also been a lot of lives saved today because of how much we understand about the brain now because of what the Nazis did. Am I saying that the Holocaust is justified? Fuck no. Of course it wasn't justified. But any tragedy in history, there's always positives that come out of it. The world is not black and white. Yep. Yeah. Exactly. There's that too. Different nations too stronger. Exactly. A lot of people would argue that the Jews wouldn't have Israel if it wasn't for the Holocaust. People say that as well. I'm not so sure about that because Israelis were fighting for the right for Israel way before the Holocaust even started. So I'm not sure about that, but a lot of people say that. And again, like, that's even debatable now whether or not you think Israel being a majority Jewish country is a positive or negative based on the political situation right now. So, just feel the grays. What is my stream? Why am I talking about this on stream? Have I reached the Diary of Anne Frank? Yeah, I've actually read the Diary of Anne Frank. Growing up, I read it. It's fascinating. The girl actually had a real talent for writing. It's actually amazing that somebody so young was so good at writing. She's actually a good author. Would have made a great author, I should say. Fuck, got on my skin. Oh, fuck, I think I just smudged. Yeah, I did. God damn it. Alright, it's good, we fixed it. I did that last time, too. Yep. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, I think I also read it when I was the same age as her. I think that's the age that, like, they make you read it in school or something like that, or maybe my parents made me read it at the same age as her, I don't know. But I do remember reading it. Since you're Jewish, you should definitely look into when you're older. You could actually go as young as 18, but I don't personally recommend doing it at 18. Like I was not like developed enough at 18 to do like emotionally developed enough, but definitely look into going on birthright because it's basically a free trip to Israel, and it's cool to get to see the motherland. And you get to meet a lot of cool people, other Jewish kids your age. But yeah, I would highly recommend doing birthright. It's a cool experience. It's an exhausting experience, but it's cool. Alright, I don't think I need a second coat. Like, when you're doing a gradient, I don't think you need a second coat. Oh, wonderful. That's cool. Another cool thing about... The coolest thing I found about Israel as well, going there, is like... Man, it's like 10 countries in one, really. Like you're in Jerusalem, and it's like a very, like, conservative, like, holy city. You know, very, like, you know, everything's very old, and there's a story behind every city block, everything like that. Like, a lot of religious people around, and then you just go just to, like, Tel Aviv, which is like an hour, two hour drive. I think even less than that. And Tel Aviv is like, it's like being in a Western city. Like, when I was there during Birthright, they were setting up for Pride, for like a gay pride parade, for like, which is insane. In the center of the Middle East, they're setting up for Pride. It was crazy. I got hit on by a guy on the street there. It was fucking nuts. Like, and I just kept reminding myself, holy shit, I'm in Israel, and this is a thing. And it's like being in a Western city. And then you go to Haifa, and Haifa is totally different as well. And then you drive into the desert, and the desert is all different. It's nuts. It's awesome. Hey, Chocolate, how are you? Alright, I was waiting for these to dry, and then I'm attempting a gradient for the first time in my entire life. We're actually going to look up a simple neological guide for this. Because I trust her. Gradients. I don't need the most complicated gradients ever, that's fine. Try and scale. Yeah, okay, we'll try this.
I don't know, I forget the rules.
So she put a black one.
Makeup sponge, and we're gonna start
Okay.
applying the nail polishes in order
Just like
of
that.
the gradient. Oh my god, this red though, it's
Okay.
like a vampire sucked out.
Where? No, I wasn't born in Israel.
That was highly inappropriate.
I went on a trip to Israel. How many years ago? 3 years ago now. If you're a Jewish kid, who lives in like the Western world, so you live in like North America or England. Actually, no, I think it's just North America. I think it's just a North American thing. I can't remember whether or not they do it in England as well. Oh, you were actually born in Haifa. That's nuts. Okay, that's crazy. No, I'm Jewish from heritage. Like my mother, my mother was Jewish. Her whole family's Jewish. My family's like from like Eastern European Jews, basically. That's where it goes back to. My father is also or the Orthodox would not consider him Jewish, but like his father was Jewish and his mother wasn't, but he also had like a kind of messed up childhood where they like didn't teach him anything about of his heritage at all, and then he married a Jewish woman, so you know, like, kind of counts. And they raised me Jewish as well. I know you guys have seen this. I always wear a Star of David. Like, oh shit, ow. I can. Like I always wear a Star of David all the time, but.
Strategy hat on and
I just bought
plan
this
in
chain
advance
new because
and
my
make
last
sure
one just
that
broke.
You're focusing your first gradient super close to
Okay.
the base of the nail, because you're gonna need to leave enough room to make your second and then
Okay,
your
so
third
she's doing-
gradient. Oh my god, wait, stop! The polish on my dragon's the sponging on of the first gradient section, scaly section thingy, because I want
So
it
you
to
just
be nice and
dab
opaque.
it,
And
okay.
right away, while your nail polish is
Yeah, I don't
still
have
wet,
any
you can
peel.
peel off simply
I don't
with a
have any
little
of that
bit
stuff, but we're gonna do a
because
gradient
the
anyway.
peel is so satisfying. Look,
okay.
I'm gonna do it again on my other finger because it just feels so good, and I wanted to show you it twice. Oh, and also the reason why I showed you that was to show you how well she works and why you need her. Next, you're gonna apply a quick
I
dry
do need
top
her,
coat, and this
but
is
she's
not
too expensive to get in
optional.
Canada.
You must do this. If you don't do this step, then you can stop at this nail art
Okay,
level
and then
1
we-
right here and exit the game.
So then she puts on
Goodbye. Make sure you let
a
it
top
dry
coat.
completely. I'm talking like 20 full minutes.
Okay, so if I
before
want
you
to do more than
the
one
dry
layer of the
top
gradient,
coat,
I have to put a
because now
top
we're gonna
coat on
add
it
nail
and then do the
vinyl.
gradient again.
You can really use whatever kind
Okay.
of pattern nail vinyl you want that has.
Okay, we'll go for that. Hey, Drac, what's up? Okay. So we're gonna. All right, here we go, guys. All right, I'm actually so scared to do this. I'm gonna fuck it up. Parents always tell me how cool Jerusalem is because the culture is based off of historic events. Yeah, no, that's true. Jerusalem is pretty dope. Like literally, like we're going to our tour guide was taking us through there. Like every wall has a story. Like every wall has a fucking story. It's crazy. No, I know. I'm also an atheist as well. Like I'm Jewish, but it's like a heritage to me. All right, here we go. Okay, I need more polish apparently. I feel like that was too much. I feel like this is too thick. Okay. And then we do the red, right? I'm so scared this is gonna turn out shit. Hold on. Alright, here we go. My first ever gradient. I want the blue in that way, okay. Oh no! No, my camera went off, fuck! Okay, thank you. I will check in a minute. Alright, that didn't turn out that shit. Shit, hold on. I have to. This is the worst time for my camera ready to go out. Hold on, we're gonna get this. Give me a minute. Okay. Alright, it didn't turn out the worst. No, get out. Oh my god, come on. Okay. Oh, where's my batteries? Fuck! Alright, hold on. Okay, so we went that way. Right. Okay. Alright, batteries back in. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Ah, right. I found them, don't worry, we're all good. Oh shit, I have to turn the... God damn it. Idiot. Nope. Nah! Alright, hold on. There we go. Fucking... Alright, hold on. Got it. Puppies. Like... Oh, there we go. Got it. Okay. Alright, we're good. Ha! We're back in it. What? I'm the best. Alright. I'm professional. Ha! Alright. We're here. Alright. So, this doesn't look so shit. I feel like it definitely needs a second coat. I don't know. It's also the thumb, right? Like, the thumb is the worst part. I also, like, should have the nail stain still, right? Alright, we're gonna do the rest. I feel like I can just use the same spot, right? Like, I can just put the polish back on here. And do this again. Alright.
Typos are embarrassing.
There.
So embarrassing.
But the red doesn't really...
With speed and accuracy, so you can make a good impression and close the deal.
Okay.
Put your best foot forward with Grammarly Business, complete with centralized billing. Easy C.
Okay, here we go. Alright, we're doing it. It looks okay. I'm actually not mad at this. Like, I know I need, like, a peel. You know what I mean? But, like, I can just take that off with acetone. It's not a big of a deal. But I'm actually not mad at the way this looks. I think it needs a second coat. But, like, I'm not mad. I'm hiding that track. Peace, man. Be safe, mother. Alright. Excuse me. This red definitely isn't as thick as the other polishes. Kind of mad about that, but it's okay. Okay. I feel like I can't dab fast enough. Alright, there's definitely more red on this one than there is blue. You know, whatever. This doesn't look good. It's more like a half and half split, but aesthetically pleasing. Alright, yay, that's good. That's my only goal, as long as it's aesthetically pleasing, right? I have a feeling it's going to look better once we get the second coat on there. I also don't know how this is going to react to a second coat. I don't know how gradients work in that way. We're definitely going to have to wait until the first coat's completely dry. Okay. Right, here we go. Okay. That one looks good. I think that one's come out the best so far. I feel like my error here is probably attempting a gradient with a with like a glitter-based polish. A glitter-based polish. This probably works better with like solid colors. That's the way I would assume this works.
Grammarly Business focuses on commas, spelling, and structure, so you can focus on beating the deadline. Save time and money with Grammarly Business, complete with
Alrighty.
billing, easy seat management, and team writing stats.
Skipping. Okay. All right, we're gonna try to clean up this hand a bit. Where's my acetone? There it is. I'm glad you guys like the color. It's good. Like blue and red go really well together. That way. Okay. 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 It's actually pretty easy to get it off with acetone. Just wait to do this until after I'm finished like all the coats. I feel like that makes sense, right? You just kind of want to see what it looks like when I cleaned it up, you know? But yeah, I'm just like... I actually find this quite soothing. Like doing the gradient, like cleaning up around the edges of my nails here. Kind of into it. That bass is loud. Sorry, this part isn't very entertaining. It's just me cleaning up. Probably can't see much as well, but Q-tips are not fine enough to be able to do this job properly. Alright, I've cleaned up a bit. I don't know. I think they look okay. Yeah, that's just the first coat. They're very bumpy. I could definitely not. Yeah, but I think like what does my desk setup look like? How do I show you? I really don't want to move the camera because it's in like the perfect position. Like move my, okay. Like my desk setup is I have two monitors. So I have one right in front of me, just where the music is playing from. That's it. This is my first monitor. Then over here is my second monitor where I have all my streaming stuff. So I have chat up here, and everything. And my actual desk, like I'm pretty organized in general, but you wouldn't know that from looking at my desk. There's not like things everywhere. Like everything has a place. But like, so all my nail polishes are like underneath this monitor here. And like, I know I have like, I keep like my hair oil under here because this is just always where I brush my hair. I'm always sitting in front of here because I have my hairbrush here, which is next to my microphone right here. And I have like my camera. This is the one I use for filming, sitting like. It's kind of like in front of my second monitor. Yeah, no, I know. It's like, I don't know. It I'm not a messy person. Like everything has its place. Like if you were to ask me where something isn't in my room, I'd be able to tell you, you know? But like, you know, sometimes like, oh, this is where I keep my pens, but the pens are like kind of just in a pile. You know what I mean? Like it can kind of be like that sometimes. Alright, we're gonna do the other side now. Maybe too much. Whatever, we good. Oh, that's definitely too much polish. Definitely too much polish. I can feel it. Oh, it's awful. Oh. Oh. Gross. Don't look at that. Oh my god. Looks fucking horrendous. Jesus. Actually looks horrendous. Yeah, I put too much polish on. Yeah, the blue kind of bled into. Yeah. You use like this side, can I, right? I can do that, right? Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, fuck this, actually bad. Alright, we're gonna start. We're gonna do the other side. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use this side. I could just pick up an art sponge, not be cheap and lazy, but you know what? That wouldn't be me. Okay, hold on, here we go. Fuck, it's so much harder with my other hand. Alright, that's better. That's better. I'm not mad at that one. I'm probably gonna have to redo the thumb. The thumb is gross. Pretty gross. That's good. Okay, so what I'm noticing with gradients is that less polish, the better. That's how you get the accuracy that you want. So that's what we're gonna do. Less polish on here, and we're just gonna go for it. Beautiful. All right, this is looking way better now. Okay. I'm getting my technique down. It's actually working. Cool. Ah. It's hard to get the edges, but it's okay. Hey, you get an interview with Strobes? Yeah, I did. I interviewed Strobes a while back. Have you noticed the new subscription notification center feature on YouTube now? As you want notification, want to see from the channel when you click the bell. I did not notice that. I truth be told, I've never clicked a bell before. So I haven't noticed that. I mean, I guess that's good. I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's a good thing. That means that people can just be notified about like live streams if they want to be, or videos if they want to be. And at least YouTube's trying something, right? In general, they kind of treat us like shit. Yeah, no, yeah, I got to, I interviewed Strobes. I literally just like messaged him and asked him. And he's very down for it. Super nice guy. So I DM'd him and I asked him if he was going to FE, because originally I thought, alright, I'm going to FE too, I'll interview him at FE. But he unfortunately wasn't going this past year. So I just said, alright, you want to interview over Skype? And that was that. Ah! Alright, these aren't looking bad, actually. I'm actually surprised. Charlotte Buff. Should a Joey interview with Hanzo or Jack? That's a funny idea, but like, that's not really my thing. For like that would be more like Hanzo, and that would be more Drax's thing to do. like he's better at that kind of stuff. Like that's not really my like I don't know, like the reason I'm doing the kind of interviews I'm doing is because no one else is doing it really, and it's like I want to see more interviews like that, so I thought, alright, I'll make them then. Like if you want to watch more like fun joking interviews, things like that, then there's so many other for YouTubers that do that. Like Majira does really good ones like that, and like if you want more like super casual interviews, I don't know, you watch like a Scary Husky, right? Like he interviews just like fursuiters and asks them fun questions, right? But like that's not why I made the series. I started the interview series because I wanted to interview people who I think are interesting, or like add something in particular and unique to the fandom, and I want to ask them tough questions. So like while that would be funny, it's not like for me. Like I would totally like be down for a series like that, but like it's not something I would want to put on my channel, because it would be kind of like out of it wouldn't really be in line with this kind of stuff I normally do. I may start doing more stuff like that after I get my fursuit, because I'm okay with like separating my like my human self and like what my human self does on the channel versus what my fursuit does. So my fursuit is like the personality of my fursuit is basically me, but like all the most high energy, bubbly parts of me. So I'm perfectly fine doing stuff like that with me in suit, and like doing little skits like that. Like I'm looking forward to doing things like that in suit. But I kind of want to maintain the this sort of status quo of like whenever you see my human face, it's like it's not that it's time to get serious, but it's like but like, you know, this is like, you know, I'm not like this isn't a total joke kind of thing, right? Like I know like when I do my vlogs and stuff, like I try to keep it like kind of funny and light, even though, but I'm always like covering like a something at least semi-seriously. Like I mean like the video I'm gonna have coming out tomorrow, like it's about like a very real area of anxiety for me, but you know, there's lots of jokes in it, lots of me being dumb, but I'm still like discussing like the implications of my anxiety and what the anxiety stems from, you know what I mean? I'm doing this every time, by the way, because if you leave acetone open, it evaporates because it's alcohol, and I don't want to have to buy more acetone. Okay, if this is dry, it has to be totally dry. I can try to do a second coat. I don't know if I need to, yeah. I'm just gonna do a second coat like right on top and see how that pans out. We're just gonna fucking go for it. Has the music been looping, by the way? I haven't been paying attention. Like, have you guys heard the same songs? And also, if you have been, are you okay with that? Or would you rather have me switch it? Because if you guys just want to keep it listening to the Fat Rat, that's fine. Any changes? We're good? Alright, cool. Alright, here we go. Quote number 2. Oh, damn. That actually already looks way better. Holy shit. That actually looks fucking dope. That actually kind of looks dope. It's actually coming into form. Yeah? That looks cool, yeah? I'm not mad at it. Headphones are falling off. Huh, this is the other version of Unity. I'm not used to this version. I'm used to the one where like the children's chorus comes in. This one I have on my phone. Damn. This is looking fucking fire. There is more red than blue. It's probably my bad a bit. But it's okay, again, I'm not mad. Looks pretty good. Let's make sure that there's no polish left on here. On the sponge. Let's make sure it's all dry before we put more stuff on. So there's some sorry, that'd be your canal. Oh, that actually means a lot to me that you would say that. Thank you very much for saying that. I'm glad that like that aspect of me is coming across, because I actually have trouble, because like that's the kind of stuff I want to make, but I'm always afraid that if I'm not funny enough that people won't watch it, because furries don't want to watch serious stuff. That's what's always in my head. So I'm very glad that like that you said that, because it gives me confidence that there is a niche out there for me, that people are looking for this kind of content. So I'm very glad that you said that, because that's why I started doing what I'm doing, because I didn't see anybody else doing it. And now I'm almost at 100 subs, and I've only been doing this for like 4 months, which is crazy to me. If I can hit 100 subs in 4 months, I'll actually be very, very happy. Because funnily enough, like before FE, Drac and I were talking about how Drac and I were having a conversation, and we were saying that we were both kind of frustrated, because we were thinking that like our viewership wasn't really growing that much, and it was growing really slowly, and we weren't, you know, it was kind of tough. Basically just complaining and bitching, honestly. Shit, that didn't feel good, hold on. But then FE came along, and like we basically questioned whether or not we were making content that was good or that people wanted to watch. And then FE came along, and Drac went to I mean, I was also there too, but I wasn't there for most of it. I was outside. But he told me afterwards as well that like we went to like the furry YouTuber panel, which is basically like a huge panel of like, you know, Bajira was on it, and like also on it, the people from wow, what's the word they called again? Shit, they're the ones running the panel. Culturally effed. They were the ones running the panel. Like a bunch of furry YouTubers were on it, and it was basically like a panel opportunity for like everybody in the crowd like had a channel, and they just were asking advice and things like that. And apparently so many people, I watched the VOD of it after, but so many people were saying like, yeah, I've been doing this for like years, and like I'm only at like 100 subs, or I'm only at like 50 subs, and I don't really know how to grow my viewership, like it's really hard. Like apparently like a whole bunch of people were like, have been doing this for fucking forever, and they had no following at all. And after we heard that, Drac and I were like, holy shit, we're doing well then. Like we must be doing really good, because I've only been at this for like 4 months, and I'm already almost at 100 subs. I was like, holy shit, I guess I should be grateful, and also like humbled too, that wow, people are watching my content. I think you should keep your serious vibe and not force it. Yeah, no, I usually don't. Yeah, my older videos were a bit less serious. It wasn't like, honestly, I can tell you this with all honesty, nothing on my videos is forced at all. Like a lot of people don't believe that, but it's not at all. I don't force anything. I am kind of a goofy person. Something's depending on my mental state at that time. That makes it sound like I have like a fucking disorder. Like I'm schizophrenic. It depends on my mood. I can be pretty goofy and silly. It all depends on like the topic I'm talking about. I just tend to laugh at myself a lot when I'm stupid. So no, nothing in there is forced. It's just that like I was like when I first started the channel, I thought that the only thing I was gonna be talking about was like, all right, well, I'm gonna talk about like whenever I have like a like it's strictly gonna be like every time like I do a furry thing, I'm gonna talk about it, right? And like, and the idea had not entered my head yet to talk about issues and topics in the furry fandom. Oh shit, I thought that was that song Fireflies. I almost was like, you fucking, I will not listen to that song. Oh, Jesus, that actually scared me. Right, so my first few, like, were kind of like, I didn't really know what to talk about. Like, I was just kind of talking about my feelings all the time. Like, oh, I'm kind of anxious, but it feels good, and I've been crying a lot. Like, so yeah, so that hadn't really entered yet. And then as I just started doing it more, as I got more involved in the community, I was seeing issues in the fandom. I was seeing like, wow, this is weird. People like do this a lot, or this kind of like mentality exists, and I don't think that's right. And then like once that stuff starts coming to me, I'm a very opinionated and loud person, so it's easy for me to talk about my opinion. So that's how it sort of got to where I am now, or the kind of stuff I talk about now. Like I am honestly like happy whenever I go to edit like a video, and I realize, oh shit, I was actually pretty funny in this one. Because like I don't try to force or anything like that. It's just if the comedy naturally happens, you know, if I stumble over a word, or if I have to do a certain like hand gesture, and like, shit, why did I do that, right? You know what I mean? And it's nice because that keeps people watching, because in all honesty, nobody really wants to watch like a 17-minute video of like me just like rambling about my opinion with like no interruptions in it at all, things like that, or like, you know, nothing changing. So it's nice whenever like a little bit of comedy happens, where like I can do like a little music cut to like emphasize the joke, and then, you know, it keeps people from clicking off the video. Like I enjoy the little medium that I'm in. Yeah, if that makes sense. Depends on the context. Those rookie doers may because they could be going slow because they're stuck at a second market. I mean, it could be that. Like another thing that I've noticed when I've looked at like a lot of really young channels that have no subs is that their editing is terrible. Like both Drac and I entered very, very, in comparison to other people who just start off on, most people when they first start out on YouTube, that's their first time ever editing a video. And Drac is in school for things like that. Like he's really, really good editor. And I've been editing videos for since I was like 18, 17. I actually have I used to have a YouTube channel for gaming, because I'm a big gamer, and I used to edit videos for like gaming all the time and things like that. So I learned a long time ago, right? And again, like that if you go back and look at that YouTube channel, I think I actually deleted most of the old ones, old videos. But in the beginning, it was cringy AF because I didn't know how to edit either, and I didn't gain any subscribers, just like those other people. But when I made this channel, like I entered with like a huge amount of knowledge of how to edit and how to use like editing software and things like that. So already right off the bat, I'm at a huge advantage, right? Because I can edit my videos well, or well enough that you know, it's not just like 20 minutes of uncut raw footage, right? I can, and that's a big thing too. I also understood enough about sound and like and like how to make things sound, because sound quality is way more important than video quality, way more important. So I don't know if you've noticed, but even in my first video, the sound quality is fine. Like it's not perfect, but it's decent, right? I've seen so many young YouTube channels where it's like, hey guys, what's up? So today we're gonna be like, and I'm gonna click off within 5 seconds, right? Like, no, it doesn't matter how good anything else is. No one's gonna listen to that. No one's listening to that. Like, no one wants their ears to be assaulted, right? Like, all right, we're gonna do this thumbnail. Hopefully, the second cut will fix the previous injustice. I have to be careful when I talk about topics like this, because I can come off very, like, pretentious and like, ooh, I'm better than you kind of thing. And I really don't want to send across that vibe, because it's not how I feel. But yeah, I can kind of have a tendency to puff myself up a bit. That's not good. It's not a good quality to have. I can be a bit egotistical sometimes. Okay. thumb looks a bit better after that. Sorry. Right? Yeah, but you see, right? Like, that sucks. Like, no one wants to hear that. And I mean, like, Drac is even way better at that than I am. Like, he watches my videos and he's like, oh, you have to fix your echoing. Like, it's bothering me, because he hears all that stuff, right? Because that's what his training's in. But, you know, we've also had conversations like that where I've, like, been, like, explained to him, like his videos are really, really well edited and really well done. The sound quality is great, but, like, I've told him that, like, I think there is such a thing, especially on YouTube, as being, like, too professional or too good. Like when things like that are too high quality, then you kind of create a barrier between you and your audience, because you sort of trigger that thought in their brain where it's like, oh, this is a professional, and then that's how they're going to see you. So then automatically you're not as funny, right? He makes a lot of funny videos. That's the kind of he likes to do that kind of stuff a lot, and so you have to, like, automatically it's like not as funny, and things like that. You know what I mean? Like, and like your audience looks at you differently. They're more likely to criticize you. Whereas I've tried quite hard to keep, like, the vlogger vibe, because I want people to feel comfortable communicating with me and leaving comments and with their opinions and things like that. And I also just don't think it's super necessary to like I'm not gonna, like, agonize over like this one small little mic clip that happened at, you know, like 1 second in my video, you know what I mean? Like, because it's not the most important thing to me. The most important thing to me is if my argument comes across well, or, like, if I get through all the points I wanted to get through. And it's also okay to get better at those things, like, as you move on. Like, you guys probably noticed that, like, my thumbnails are getting better now, right? Like, I'm slowly learning how to make thumbnails and use photo editing software. It's really hard to get the edges of my nails with this. Fair enough. Yes. Yeah, but, like, I do have to be careful how I phrase things like that as well. Self-awareness is really important. That's gonna be the topic of my video for next week. It's about self-awareness. I'm excited to release the one that I have for tomorrow. It's probably the most vulnerable I've ever been on camera, like, in terms of the topic I'm talking about. And it came off decently funny too, so. Alright, why want that part? The red on here isn't. Alright, no, that's good. Okay, I think I fixed it. Yeah, all good. It's definitely looping, but I'm not mad at it. Fat Rat's nice. Here we go. I think he looks good. There's a bit too much polish on that end. Hold on. Okay. I'm not mad at this gradient. I actually think it looks alright. I think it looks nice. Once I clean up all the edges, things like that, it should look good. There's that. What do you watch? Like what? Like channels with shit audio quality? Not looking at, I'm thinking like those. The base coat didn't do much. I suppose it does help, like, but yeah, no, a black base coat would have been better. It would have let the sparkles come out more. Wait, who? Oh, you saying you know? Well, no. That's the thing. It's not about whether or not they enforce copyright. It's not about whether or not they enforce it. It's about whether or not YouTube's system picks up on it. Because like I've gotten like loads of copyright, you know, loads of. Or sorry, here. Sorry, I only just saw your drop. I remembered about your Dropbox link. That's my bad. I'm sorry. Oh, excuse me. Right. It's not about whether or not they enforce it. I've gotten strike like claims before. Oh, I see what you mean. Oh shit, that's hard. That is so, like, oh, I don't know how I'd go about doing that on a nail. That's really tough. It wouldn't look like that if I were to do it. It wouldn't look like that. I could get looking similar. I can picture idea of how you can get looking similar, but actually the white splatter would actually be the hardest part. Splatter nails are pretty hard to get to look nice. No, that's thing. It's whether or not YouTube's like basically if he's under a record label, then I can't use it because record labels are in YouTube's automatic system. If he's an independent artist, then I'm probably fine. Then I can probably play it because he's not. Then YouTube system will automatically pick it up, and if he's okay with, and then he can say yes, you can use it, and then I don't have to worry. But no, if he's under a record label, then no, I can't. Like for example, I think I could actually get away with using Icon for Hire's music, at least their newest album, because their newest album is when they went independent, and they're probably not in the YouTube system, therefore they don't have a label anymore. But their older stuff I know for a fact I couldn't play because it would get automatically claimed by Tooth and Nail Records. Fuck. Use the other side to clean it up. Whoa. Isn't correction alias is gargling? Okay. But yeah, that's the thing. It's like if he's under a record label, then I'm fucked. And it's also like I don't know what kind of music is it as well, because like I like in the streams I like to play things that are like pretty just like generic and like you know, like things that anybody would like, you know, like I like underground like heavy drum and bass as much as like the next guy, right? But like I wouldn't play that in a stream because it would scare too many people away. Just like I'm a huge metalhead, and like if I could like if I wasn't worried about copyright, I'd play a bunch of like symphonic metal, but nobody but very few people like symphonic metal, so I still wouldn't play in the stream. It's like that. So yeah, it depends on like what he makes. Like if he just makes like pretty chill like EDM, then I'm down for it. But like if he makes like intense trap, then I'm not playing trap. You know what I mean? Like my hair looks like shit right now. So it's taking a while, isn't it? Still stuff. Let's call it low pace. We'll call a legit wait. Decent media. I'll look it up. Is it on YouTube? Or would it be like on SoundCloud? Oh shit, I can actually find him. I think it actually comes up on YouTube. Is this it? Wait, yeah, this. I'll try it. I'm down. I don't hate this. I'm down. Interesting, like the guitar mix is an interesting choice. Is that him singing? It's impressive vocal control. It's good. He's a good vocalist. Like his control was very impressive. Did I just? No, we're good. Oh, this feels rough, by the way, guys. This did like it does not feel good. It's like because it's all the glitter, eh? Like, oh, shit. Ah! Hold on, I have to like get close to this to be able to do this. You guys can see. So excited! I have a concert in 2 days that I'm going to on Monday. One of my favorite bands of all time, another band that I like that's really good, and a third band which I also dig. So it's gonna be a fucking hell of a concert. I'm going with 2 other furs as well. One of the furs is coming down and crashing at my place just so we can go to the concert. He's a big metalhead. And another one that I've just gotten back into metal. I met her at the previous Howl that I went to, which you'll hear all about in my vlog tomorrow. And she was saying that like she used to listen all the time and she doesn't know why she stopped. I'm like, oh, I can send you bands. She's like, yes, do it. And I sent her and she liked the stuff and I was like, you know, there's a concert coming on. Like you should come with us. And she's down. It's gonna be fun. I have like 2. It's so much more fun going to concerts with friends. I'm going by myself, and I've been to loads of concerts by myself, and it's still fun. Like it's still fun because like you always find like friends there. That's one of the things I love about the metal community, is that they're so friendly. Like everyone's so friendly, and everyone, you know, takes care of each other. Like mosh pits are super safe, honestly. Like I never feel unsafe in a mosh pit in Toronto. Just lovely. Like I always meet people to jam out with, but it's nice to, you know, go with people that you know. Alright, this isn't completely clean. Again, I'm gonna have to get like a peel, you know, like a Simply Peel, like a liquid latex. You know, maybe I don't have to get like liquid latex. Hold on. I maybe I don't get Simply Peel, but there's probably other liquid latex I can get, right? Peel liquid latex tape, peel off base coat nails. There's not many ratings on these things. This is adhesive. Yeah, no, there's not. No, okay. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to I can get Simply Peel then. I can get off Amazon in the States. I think you can get Amazon US to ship to Canada. I'm not sure. Okay. Yeah. I think this is good. I'm gonna get them. I have glitter on my cuticles. That's okay. We're not mad about glitter on my cuticles, right? We're good with that. Oh! Oh god, the sponge is getting stuck to the desk. That's funny. We throw this out probably, yeah. Put that here for now. Okay. So, right, so you guys, I'll show you guys what it looks like right now. Oh, there it is. So, not perfect, but also not the worst, right? Like decent. Like decently okay. I actually dug that song. I was into that. So not the worst, right? I think for a first time gradient, I'm pretty proud of myself. Oh, it's so hard to do the fucking right hand. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not mad at it. It's decent. Thank you. Alright, top coat. You guys know how this goes. I'm not going to explain this again. Oh, if I get this open. There we go. We do thumbs first because I'm just anal like that. Oh, this is weird. This feels warm now because the acetone was so made me feel so cold. This top coat actually feels warm on my nails now. That's kind of freaky. Thumbs are the worst. Ah, come on. Alright, here we go. Slowing down. I saw that one up there. I'll put it on after we're finished with the thumbs here. I'm trying to think about other non-copyright stuff that I used to listen to. There wasn't much, because again, I'm a big metalhead. So that's what I usually listen to all the time. Oh, remix. Oh, Varian. I can listen to Varian's remixes, can't I? Remixes are non-copyright, right? I think so. Yeah, there's a bunch of remixes that I listen to. Those are probably fine. Oh, I'm itchy. I have an itch on my forehead. Fuck. Oh, God. Ah! Yeah, probably, right? Well, right. No, that's the thing is that most of the remixes I'm thinking of are under Monster Cat, I think. But again, I don't know what Monster Cat's policies are on that, right? I got it now. It's fine. We all good. Oh shit, I'm shaking my... Wait, that shook my... Oh, these houses, man. So, just to give you an idea of the kind of house I'm living in. This, I would say this isn't the fault of like the owner or anything like that. That's all the houses down here are like that. Because I'm living in the middle of downtown Toronto, in like a residential area. All the houses here are like at least 100 years old. Like all the houses on this block are like at least 100 years old. And like most of them have never been renovated properly because the amount of money it would cost to renovate it, like you basically have to destroy the entire house. So like the walls are shaky, like the paint cracks, like like it's a pretty jank. Like slowing down, you said, right? Yeah. Oh, it's probably here. Oh shit, right there it was. Okay. Oh, it looks like it's one of his most popular ones. All right, we're gonna do the pinkies now. I usually aim till last, but fuck it, we're shaking it up this time. You know, I actually want to. It's an apartment in Seattle. It's like several decades. Yeah. Oh my god, that's actually so funny. That's actually kind of cute. I actually want to try to play the new Icon for Hire album, because I don't think I'll get dinged for that, because that album is independent. So I'm actually curious, and I love their music, so we're gonna play that next and see, as just like a little experiment. Down, down, down. Down, down, down. I was seeing tweezers. I don't have tweezers. Like, I don't own a pair of tweezers. Why don't I own a pair of tweezers? I need to get a pair. Let's go to the drugstore and get some. I just realized. I'm just sorry. All these things are going through my head. I'm like, I don't have these things that I need. Okay. It's good. Wonderful. Cool. All right. So I'm just gonna do fingers. Oh yeah, no, I want to play Icon for Hire. This is pretty chill though. All right. Where are they? I. Under I. That's where they'd be. There we go. Me now. Yeah, they actually have like a really, really fucked up story as to how they ended up going independent. It's pretty messed up. Like, their last record label basically like fucked them over in the contract dealings. They basically they see no money at all from their, like, they don't even own their 2 previous albums at all. The record label never gave them like any money. They didn't do anything for them. They had to book all their shows themselves, everything like that. They got no help. Their music videos, like, most of the budget came from them getting it themselves. Like, basically the record label did nothing and took all their money. And then when they tried to get out of their contract, they wouldn't let them out, and they had to set the only way for them to get out of their contract with the record label was to declare bankruptcy, and the record label even tried to stop them from declaring bankruptcy, to trap them in their contract. Yeah, really. I the only time I've ever listened to, because I don't really like Deadmau5's music that much, so I've never really invested any time in him. I don't know anything about him. But the only time I ever listened to him speak was when he was just on recently. He's on the H3H3 podcast, and he seems like a pretty down to earth guy. But yeah, I'd be interested to hear what he says. I mean, basically like every every big musician has always all come out and said at some point or another that the industry they work in is absolutely fucked. I think it's a bit better in metal, actually, but that's just because the community wouldn't allow anything else. It's also like it's a completely different dynamic in the metal community, like this thing as well. Like looks don't matter at all in the metal community, really. I mean, with women, there's an argument that it kind of does, but it's nowhere near to the extent that it is in the pop industry. Like if you aren't talented, like if your music doesn't, like all we care about is whether or not the music sounds good. So if the music doesn't sound good, then no one's gonna care about anything else, which kind of like which kind of naturally keeps a lot of like corporate bullshit out of it, because you can't create good original music like with like a corporate formula like they do with like the pop and rap and things like that. So it keeps bands like it keeps the control in the hand of the bands, things like that. Like I've only ever heard good things about like Nuclear Blast and Roadrunner, like those like the two main metal record labels, and I've heard that they treat them pretty well, since that he pioneered a lot of EDM. Yeah, I know that. Yeah. I mean, like him and him and Avicii, you know, rest in peace. God, I was actually shocked when I heard about that the other day. Holy shit! I actually like Avicii's music. Like him and Avicii, kind of like did like EDM. Skrillex did like dubstep. Pretty much only Skrillex did dubstep, right? Like, I feel like as soon as I stopped hearing about Skrillex, I stopped hearing dubstep. I don't know if that's just me, but there's a sense like that. Yeah, right. He was the first. Yeah, that's what I thought. But I mean, does anybody else do dubstep besides Skrillex? I feel, because that's what I'm saying, is I feel like as soon as I stopped hearing about Skrillex and Skrillex stopped being big, dubstep stopped being big, which doesn't usually happen. Like usually one guy pioneers and then a bunch of other people come up, you know what I mean? But that didn't seem to happen with him. I think maybe Marshmello. Yeah, does Marshmello do dubstep? I don't know. Yeah, been like almost an hour and a half that this took. Holy shit. Indian producers do dope stuff like Toronto all the time, just for fun. So they died, just became less mainstream. Oh, fair enough. Yeah. See, that's the thing, is that because I'm in like metal, like I know about like all the underground metal and things like that, and like, you know, like most people when they think of metal, the only mainstream metal is like Metallica and like Iron Maiden, right? And that's like just like I wouldn't even consider that music metal anymore. And, like when you compare it to like what kind of metal we have now, like I listen to Metallica and Iron Maiden, I'm like, this is rock, like this is hard rock, you know, like if they're metal, then Hailstorm is metal, and Hailstorm is not, it's hard rock, right? You know, not to say it's bad, it's great music, you know what I mean? But like yeah, no, metal's evolved so much. But yeah, it's that kind of thing where it's like, unless you're like into that kind of music, which I'm not into like EDM, things like that, then like I wouldn't know, you know what I mean? Like I'm only, in terms of electronic music, I'm only aware of what's in the mainstream, right? It's kind of cool. I kind of want to keep this as a souvenir. Is that weird? Like my first gradient? It'd be kind of gross though, isn't it? Just fun, I wanted to show you the her chart. Yeah, show me. Like I like hardcore stuff because I'm a metalhead. Like I like heavy drum and bass and stuff like that, because it's similar. You know what I mean? I really hate like the stuff that my roommates play all the time is I really don't like. Really don't like. Because it's all that stuff that has like the same beat like for like fucking 5 minutes. It's like repetitive bullshit that has like no depth to it at all. But yeah, I'm ready for this. I'll turn up a bit. Hold on. Well, that was something. Don't get it, but it's something. All right, I don't think I can play this on stream, because pretty sure it's copyrighted. But I would recommend anybody check this out. You want to see some like hear some stuff you've never heard before in your life, you look this up. I came across it because like again I listen to like a lot of like folk metal and things like that. And while this isn't metal, like there's definitely metal influence in it, like 100%. What this basically is a group of like they're a Norwegian group, and they're like a Norwegian band, like music project, whatever you want to call them, that makes traditional Viking music. Like they're reviving traditional Viking music. And the instruments they use, like, even this video is just like so worth the watch. Like they dress up in like traditional garb. You see those bones she's using are those are human bones, right? Like, because that's like they use traditional instruments, and that's one of the traditional instruments that was used back then, was like they use human bones. Those are real human bones. They use traditional drums and everything, and this performance is fucking incredible. Just, it's amazing. I mean, even if you don't like it, I would say you just have to experience it, because it's just one of those things, right? Like, it's kind of indescribable. Like, I love it because it has a quite like heavy like metal influence, but it's just so, it's like it puts you in like a trance, man. Like, it's insane. It's insanely cool. So I'd recommend that. Check that out. Just give it a listen. Okay. So I think these nails are done. These came out okay for a first attempt. I mean, I could definitely improve. All right. Hi. What do people do again? You gotta do one of these, right? You hold it with your nails, right? Okay. How to be a nail guru? So I think these came out okay.
Now until April 29th, enjoy any size Mickey
Oh god.
premium roast coffee for just $1 plus tax.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, this looks okay. I'm not mad at this. It's got like the nice like blue to, it's like the red to the blue to red to the purple to the blue. Yeah, like I'm kind of happy with this. I actually love this song. See, I think this is the kind of like EDM that I like, right? Like really mainstream stuff. But that's my taste. That's my taste in music in anything that's not metal. When it's metal, it's like I love really niche shit that like no one else, like really underground stuff. When it comes to everything else, I have a super trashy taste. Like I love trashy pop, trashy like EDM. You know, metal is the only thing I have a refined taste in. Yeah, I'm not mad at these. Thank you. I'm quite happy with this. Alright, I think I'm going to probably end the stream here. It's been almost 2 hours. What time is it? Oh my god, it's almost 11. Jesus. Should be going on a fur walk tomorrow. That should be fun. Uploading the video tomorrow. Look out for that. I'll do that when I wake up. Pretty much. Yeah. Thank you for joining me. There's lots of fun to do. I hope that... Something like experiment. Trap and hard base, yeah? Alright. So, look out for my video tomorrow. I try to do one of these streams like once a week usually. It's really like whenever I decide to redo my nails again is whenever I'll do one of these streams. So yeah, but this is definitely fun. I like doing gradients. It's an interesting challenge. All right, take care. Thanks for joining. See you next time.